Hi, my name is Jeremy Schneider. I'm the author of Fatherhood in 40-Minute Snapshots. And I'm talking today about the fourth element of fatherhood involvement. The fact that fatherhood involvement doesn't fundamentally change even though how our children need us changes over time. When I first started writing the articles in this book, my kids were 1.5, right? We were still talking about diapers. We were still talking about feeding. We were still talking about putting them to bed at night and dealing with them when they woke up in the middle of the night. How they needed me back then was very different than how they need me now as 15-year-olds, which is they don't actually need me to tuck them into bed at night, and they don't need me to feed them, at least not by hand. Maybe I need to cook, but that's a different story. And I think part of our responsibility as parents, as particularly dads, to be involved and stay involved is to find out and figure out how they need us. And that, I think, is the trick, right? They need us so differently as they're growing up. And what we need to do is figure out how they need us, not to think that they don't need us. And I think that's probably the most important piece here. They always need us. I'm going to repeat that one more time. They always need us, even if they pretend that they don't, even if they act like they don't, even if they tell us they don't, they still need us. Our job is just to figure out how to be there for them, and certainly how to be there when they're ready to acknowledge that they need us for something. And I think one of my favorite examples of this is a story that I have in the book, which is we went to an aquarium with our kids, and my son would hold my hand for 2 seconds and then let it go and wander off. Not too far, always had us within sight, but then he would come back and hold my hand for a little bit. My job was not to keep him close to me. My job was not to be like, oh, well, you don't want to hold my hand all the time, then don't hold my hand. My job was, when he wants to hold my hand, I'm going to hold his hand. I'm going to take advantage of that opportunity. When he wants to show affection, I'm going to show affection. When he wants to take a step away, I'm not going to try and cling him back to me, right? He needs to start developing his independence. This was when he was 8 or 9, but I'm finding that even at 15, there's similar types of things like that. There are times where he is very affectionate, and there are times where he wants nothing to do with me. My job is not to be upset when he doesn't want anything to do with me. My job is to enjoy the moments when he feels that connection and wants to be connected. I need to keep figuring out how they need me so that I can continue to be there for them and remain involved in their lives. And I think that's probably the hardest challenge about being a parent over the life cycle of our kids. I'm Jeremy Schneider. My book is called Fatherhood in 40-Minute Snapshots. I hope you'll take a look and buy it for Father's Day.